We just witnessed the start of something tremendous for this Florida Panthers team. Paul Maurice is grinning ear to ear with his team's performance last night against the Golden Knights. And it was an ex-Golden Knight himself that got put in the lineup and made a statement against his former team. And this could be a sign of things to come, especially with some of the line changes that were made, the chemistry that was built, and the positive impacts that were felt on the ice from defense to offense. We're going to get into all that in just a moment. Guys, thank you for joining me in this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. You guys need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. It was a statement win last night against a team, well, that had pretty much had the Cats' number 2.5 years ago. It was the Vegas Golden Knights that handed the Florida Panthers a loss in the Stanley Cup Finals and gave the Golden Knights their first Stanley Cup victory ever. And then it was the Cats the last 2 seasons who got the better of them, made it to the postseason finals, and won back-to-back consecutive Stanley Cups. The play was great offensively. Play was great defensively. Goaltending, as usual, was incredible. Bobrovsky, tremendous. We'll get into that in just a minute. He did something that very few goalies have done in the NHL. So, let's get right into this, guys. Here we go. First off, the video, the highlights. I'm going to show you guys exactly what went right from the drop of the puck in the first period to the horn at the end of the third. A 3-0 victory for the Cats. So here we go, guys. Right here, we see the defensive setup right now. I want you guys to watch in front of Bobrovsky. One of the things they have not been doing is trying to clear the crease so Bob can see where the shot is coming from. Bob was really on point last night. He's been like that for much of the start of the season. So here we go. We see movement. Puck is coming to the top of the zone. Right back at it, slap shot, but look at Bobrovsky. He's able to see that puck all the way. Yes, you can see the Golden Knight there on the far side post, one on the near side that's being covered up. But I was thinking we were out of place, but we're not, because again, Bobrovsky's in a good position to see where that puck is coming from, and he gets the foot out there, gets the pad on it, able to make the save. And here we go again. You could see Forsling in front of the net trying to clear the crease out, and he does. Golden Knight player coming around the net, tries to put that in front and does, but again, Bobrovsky's in great position. So here we go offensively. Great job by the Cats, seeing the open ice. Reinhart on this near side, bottom of the screen on the left. Great pass by Berhage, who just gets upended right there. And Reinhart with the breakaway goal. Easy one. Reinhart is rolling right now. And that's a good sign for things to come for the Cats, because when he's going, I think we're going to see more games of him scoring consecutively coming up. And it looks for the next several games to be a very promising thing for the Cats. And for him, he will be getting on the board more consistently as he's been doing these last few games. So let's keep it going here. So again, defensively, I don't mind the fact that he's going to be rushing the net. The Vegas Knights right here. Because Bob eyes this the whole way. The Cats are covering up the 4 other Golden Knights. But watch. Yes, he's coming in. But you could see the Panthers. You can see 47 in white, or that might be 48. I'm not sure. We're pushing him out of the way so Bob can have eyes on the puck. And he does. He sees that coming across from the far circle to the near circle. Yes, it's a tough one for Bob to get to, but you could see our guys are getting in the shooting lane, and sure enough, it gets deflected and blocked on the near side of the net, well wide. So good job defensively. And here we are, offense. 25.6 seconds remaining in the second. You can see here, great puck movement, trying to find the open skater, and we do. Great job of sneaking in there, right in between the circles. Great shot. Reinhart could have gotten another one there. Unfortunately, shoots it right at the goaltender. He closes up that 5-hole and not able to get that one in the back of the net. And here is the goal by Schwinn. Hits the back of the net. His first of the season, his first ever as a Panther. Congratulations to him. And he said he loved scoring actually on a play because his very first goal ever in the NHL was an empty netter. He said this one felt great because it was set up and it was great. Can't wait for the next one to happen. So here we go again. Panthers on the offensive zone. 3-on-4 there. Obviously, Knights have the upper hand here, but watch what happens with the movement. Puck hits, wrap around by Greer, easy. The Cats are rolling. They were moving with the puck really well. The off-puck movement was fantastic. They weren't just sitting around watching the puck. They were moving on offense. The puck was getting off the stick really quickly. Defensively, they weren't just watching what is happening. They're trying to find where the defenders are. They're kind of having eyes in the back of their head, making sure their teammates are in the right positions too. Yes, Bob had some big-time saves, some critical ones at big-time moments in this game. We're seeing this team starting to click. I think a lot of that had to do with this. But first of all, Bobrovsky's 50th career shutout, leading the Panthers to a 3-0 win over the Golden Knights. And like I said, Schwindt's very first goal as a Florida Panther. Congratulations to him. Bob's 50th career shutout. And here were the lineup. Here were the lines, a lot of changes all over the place. Verhaeghe, Rodriguez, Reinhart. We haven't really seen that at all this season. The second line, we've seen a bunch. Boquist, Bennett, Samoskevich, haven't seen that. And then Greer and Schwindt coming up, Gadjevich, a lot of new things, trying to build some of that chemistry, and it worked. The team looked energized. They looked like they wanted to make a statement tonight. From start to finish, they did a pretty good job shutting down the Golden Knights, who looked like they were a step behind the Panthers and what they were able to do. Great job by this team. Big time win. Was it a statement? I think so. Especially after that first loss at home. And we are now 4-1-0 at home, by the way. So great home record. Not so much on the road. And this road test coming up in a few days is going to be a big one. And they're going to see this Vegas Knights team again on the road. So here we go. Outshot the Vegas Golden Knights 26-17. Hits, we were out hit by 1. Not a big deal. And in the face-off circle, we didn't have the biggest showing, but numbers were decent. Erod, 57% face-off win percentage. I know Lundy is still getting up there. He had a little bit tougher of a time, but still decent numbers. And look at the giveaways by the Vegas Golden Knights. 20 giveaways. We only had 9, so much better job controlling the puck, keeping it in our possession and not giving it away, not turning it over. And a good job taking the puck away from the Golden Knights. 16 block shots to the Vegas Golden Knights 21. I feel like we got to do a better job of just, again, keep throwing the puck at the net, throw the puck at the net, throw the puck at the net. Try to disrupt these goalies, make sure they're not able to see where the puck's coming from. We got to do a better job of screening out these goaltenders. And where's Bennett? He's usually that agitator in front of the net with these netminders, and he's just not there this year. That 8-year, $64 million contract, to me, it's starting to feel like it's kind of like, hey, we might be overpaying the guy, even though he is a playoff guy. That's when he really shows up in the big moments, but we still need him to play in the regular season, guys. When are you going to show up, Bennett? Come on, man. We need you. You start scoring, you start getting on a roll. I don't think we're going to have any issues with the roster we currently have. Tkachuk comes back in another month or so, give or take a couple of weeks. Hopefully Barkov will come back before the playoffs. When are we going to see Kulikov? When is Nosek going to be able to come back? When is this team going to be 100% healthy? That's when they're going to be at their most dangerous, I think. But with the roster we have, Bennett's got to stand up and do more. So here are the numbers for our team. Again, where's Bennett? Zeros across the board. 1 block shot. Congratulations. Great. But decent face-off win percentage. 9 face-off wins, only 4 losses. 69% for him. Fantastic there. Luciano had 1 face-off win. 7 wins, 9 losses for Lundy. Again, he's taking the brunt of these face-offs. So doing a good job there. And then Cole Schwindt, not so great in the face-off circle. But hey, first game in as a Panther. 1 goal. We'll take it, guys. And then Brad Marchand, another point on the board. Good for him. AJ Greer was the shining spotlight in this at 1 goal and 1 assist. So I want to go over the lines really quickly to tell you guys exactly where they were. So the best line of the night was that 4th line of Greer, Schwindt, and Gadjevich. tallying 2 goals, 2 assists, 7 hits on the night. Awesome night for them. Next was the top line. Our first one for Hagee, Erod, and Reinhart. 1 goal, 2 assists, a +3 rating for the evening. Next was the second line. Lustranen, Lundy, Marchand, 1 assist, +2 rating, 7 hits. So they were being very physical. And that third line, just not doing much. I know Samoskevich is trying to make things happen. He's all over the ice. He's doing a great job. He's trying to do what he can wherever he's put, which I like the fact that he's able to bounce around these different lines. So I see that Paul Maurice is trying to make him fit in somewhere, trying to help. I feel like he's bouncing around so much because he's kind of one of those difference makers that can maybe jumpstart someone and get them scoring. I know he helped Rhino a little bit this season so far, so we'll see. Where is he going to be bouncing around to? He's been all over the place so far this season. And Bennett, moving down those lines, not performing where he should be. When is it going to be time for him to maybe be put on that fourth line? Will we ever see that happen? Or is Paul Maurice going to try to still keep him in those top 3 lines and just keep moving guys around? So again, Bennett, where are you? Come on, man. We need you. So anyways, keep moving forward here. Defensively, Aaron Ekblad had one hell of a game. Best game of the season so far for him. Fantastic. I will show you something here. There's a statistic, a graph I want you to see in terms of the individual effort that he did defensively. Off the charts. Game of the year for him. I know it's only 10 games in, but still a very strong performance by him and Forsling. Both of them defensively were fantastic. Fantastic. Aaron Ekblad, +2 on the evening. 2 block shots, 3 takeaways. Great night for him. Forsling, +2 as well. And, I mean, not doing a whole lot there, but, you know, he's getting in. He's trying to disrupt everything out there. He's putting a body on a body. I like what he's doing. He's getting in there and frustrating some of these guys. So both of them defensively. He played great team defense. Aaron Ekblad individually, defensively was great, and his team was great. Forsling, more on the team side of it, defensively was fantastic. And then Sergei Bobrovsky, what can you say about the man? Just a beast between the pipes. 33rd goaltender with 50 shutouts. 17 of those with the Cats. He's the 8th goaltender born outside of the United States to reach 50 shutouts in his career. So an incredible performance by him yet again. Let's keep on moving here. So this is what I want to show you. This shows the game score compilation of, okay, what was the effectiveness of every player from the defensive standpoint, the offensive standpoint, individually, team, all of that. You can see there I circled Aaron Ekblad. That team defense out there is great, but look at the individual effort. And then look at Forsling's team defense off the charts, going all the way almost to that +4. Both of those guys played out of their minds. They're one of the reasons why we kept the Golden Knights off the board for the entire game. Again, thanks to Bob helping out a lot. So let's keep moving forward. Couple of quotes for you guys, and then we're going to get into some of the graphics about what Paul Maurice had to say about things. So Bob on his 50th career shutout. Definitely lots of games. I thank God for the journey. I thank the players that I've played with and the coaches I've been coached by. I'm excited about the future. It's all in the past. I'm excited about the next game. I love his mentality. Don't care about the past. Let's focus on the present and the future, more importantly, of what is next for our schedule. And then here's Bob on the W. We played our game. That was our style. Like I said, I think the Panthers are seeing a little bit more of that chemistry. They're getting back to what they do because this looked like the Panthers from the end of last season in the postseason. Great puck movement, getting it off the stick quick, movement around the puck, defensively, pushing guys out of the crease, letting Bob see where the puck is, letting him be the guy that's able to make the stops because he's fully capable of doing it when he's got eyes on it. 100%. He was able to keep his eyes on it for a couple of seconds. He knows where it's going to go. It's almost like he's clairvoyant. He could see the future. He should be able to know where the puck is going to go. Doing a fantastic job. So we forechecked hard offensively and did a great job. We kept the puck in their end, and they did. Most of the game. It was a good game. We had a good team. We just have to reset and build from this. I love it. Yes, Bob. You got to build on it, guys. They're looking great. Are the Cats back? I'm not going to say definitively, hey, guess what? We're going to start winning 8 in a row. No, but they're looking better. That game, they looked like the team from last season in the postseason. That's what we want to see. And it could be a scary thing moving forward for the other teams if they're going to really feed off of this win, which they're going to, guys, 100%. So what did Paul Maurice have to say? Here we go. Probably respect more than anything else, talking about when facing the Golden Knights. They have such a good team and they're deep. They, like us, have some people out of their lineup, but they can still put a really strong team on the ice, and they've been off to a very good start. We were aware of how dangerous they can be. I'm going to keep going on here. Talked about the game, how they played. We had some legs tonight. I felt that halfway through the game against Pittsburgh, things turned. We were dragging when we got off the road, especially early in the year when we got stacked a bunch of games. It seems to cost you more. We were looking to get a little of that offensive flair back, and that they did last night. Those are hard games. I think you need a mature goalie, talking about Bobrovsky. When you play well like we did tonight, you go stretches of not seeing a lot. When you're playing a team like that, the Golden Knights, they're going to get an elite player alone or close to it, and he's always good in those situations. Bob standing up big again. He really is the biggest spotlight on the game. AJ Greer did have a fantastic game last night with a goal and assist, but it was Bob once again making sure the shutout stuck, making sure this team gets the win. And now I believe we're in third place in the Atlantic Division behind, unbelievably, Montreal. And I can't remember who's in second place. It's escaping me at the moment. Again, I'm still trying to get over the flu right now, but whatever. The Panthers are moving up the Atlantic Division. They've got double-digit points right now at 10. Good. Moving forward. Next game up is Anaheim on Tuesday night. That's going to be another test for this team. Again, we have this big road trip coming up. How can they fare in a 4-game West Coast road trip? They need to find a way to get things going on the road. The 5-game road trip was ugly. They didn't look good at all. There was no cohesion. There wasn't really camaraderie there with the teamwork. It didn't look team-oriented. Last night it did. Tremendous effort all the way around, offensively, defensively, in between the pipes. Everything was clicking last night. Will they feed off of it? I think so. I say we're going to see a win again because they were playing tremendously at home. I'd say a win against Anaheim. I say closing out this homestand very strong. Hit the road. Hopefully we get a couple of wins right off the bat, but we'll see what happens. So anyways, scary things to come for other teams, possibly. I think that this is a good showing by the Cats that showed energy, they showed poise, good defense, good offense. Let's keep this thing rolling, guys. On to the next team, Anaheim, on Tuesday night. Anyways, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Go watch your football. Whoever you're cheering for, I do hope they win. God, I got to watch the Dolphins today. Ugh. But anyways, hopefully Tua won't throw 3 more interceptions. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me as always. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I will see you guys next time. And go Cats as always.